Fair from the Oregon Screams Horror Film Festival and filmfestivalcircuit.com. We just had Oregon Screams Horror Film Festival summer 2022 at the Clinton Street Theater on August the 21st. And one of those films that was screening was Goodnight. And I'm joined today by director Frank Merle, whose film finished as a Best Dark Drama Film Award finalist. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here, sir.
Well, good job on this. Lots of tension towards the end. A nice, you got a nice touch of blood in there, but I'm not going to give away the whole thing. I'd like you to give us a synopsis for your film in your own words.
Absolutely. Goodnight is it's set in a bar, a craft brewery, in fact, and it's late at night, right at closing. There's just one employee closing down the bar and one customer who comes in late and has been having a really bad day and wants to stay and have a drink and have a little conversation while he closes down the bar. And perhaps against his best judgment, he allows her in. And the two of them sit and talk over craft beers as he's doing his side work at the end of the night. And we slowly become aware that we're actually in a world that feels familiar to us, and yet it's not entirely. It's I don't think it's giving too much away to say that we notice that she has fangs like a vampire. But their dialogue isn't exactly what you would expect from a vampire film necessarily either. And so by the end of the movie, we've established certain rules of a very specific world that we've started to build, and there's more that we want to build in this world. And so we have bigger plans ahead. But this short film, Goodnight, is a taste of things to come.
Wow. All right. And nice. I like the way you build up the tension. It's kind of like, where are you going with this? I think people were really impressed with just how you rolled out the story. So good job on that.
Thank you.
So, why this film? Why put the energy into this one? What's the motivation for making this particular movie?
So Michael Clarke, who is the lead actor in this film, and he also wrote this script, he and I have collaborated on a trilogy of feature screenplays. I say we've collaborated. I've advised him as a director. I'm attached as a producer to a trilogy of screenplays he's written about a character named Dr. Gregory, who is a creature hunter, vampires, werewolves, the undead, in a world that is a lot like our own, but it's adjacent to our world. And Michael is a very talented writer. He's written this phenomenal trilogy of adventure stories about this creature hunter, Dr. Gregory. And there are portals to other dimensions. It's really a fabulous trilogy with potential for even more. He's built an incredible world. But the reality of independent film making is that this world he built is probably a little bit on the expensive side. A lot of effects, a lot of, there's car chases, there's amazing, I think we burned down a church at one point. There's a lot of cool stuff that happens. But we can't just shoot that without a green light from somebody with some vision. Somebody like a Netflix or Hulu coming in and saying, yeah, we get this. We know that audiences want to see this. And so, to go after that kind of scale and to even pitch to the kind of producers and platforms that could greenlight something like that, you need proof of concept.
Yes.
And that's what Goodnight is. It's proof of concept that was made for, to say micro budget would be generous. We shot for $0. So what we hope to do is, if we can lure you in with the world that we were able to build for $0, and Michael Clarke's performance in this is part of the sales pitch, and if you thought it was decently directed, then I'm part of that pitch too. That we can then take that to the people who make these sort of decisions to spend a lot of money and say, well, gee, if these two guys and our crew that we worked with, I had a fantastic director of photography, Richard Trejo, who was part of our package too, and fabulous composer, and obviously the lead actress as well. Everybody who worked on this movie affects people. This is what we can do for $0. Imagine what we could do if you give us just a little more than that.
All right. I was going to ask you, what are your plans for the future, but you just kind of gave it to me. Proof of concept, more of this. And if you can make it bigger, you can make it, a series or a trilogy or something like that. It's very exciting news. So good luck. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually have two versions depending on what you're looking for in Netflix. We have the 3 feature films version, and Michael's also made it into, I think, a 12 episode 12 episode series.
Now that you shot this proof of concept and you know what you're capable of doing, what did you learn from this, good or bad? What did you learn from this production?
You can do a lot for a little, and trust having the right team around you, people who are all on the same page and believe in the story you're telling. On this particular film, we did a little bit of rehearsal in advance, which I don't normally do, but on this one I did because it was so dialogue heavy, and the two actors, the way the two actors needed to, the ebb and flow of the dialogue. I thought that it was appropriate to have a little bit of rehearsal time, which made the day go. We shot this all in one day. It was a 15-page script. With, as you alluded to, there's a little bit of gore as well, not to give away the ending, but anyone who's made a horror film knows how time-consuming working with stage blood can be, right? So the fact that we were able to shoot all that 15 pages of dialogue and a big fabulous kill scene at the end and do that all in one day, it just required everyone believing in the project, working well together, nobody bringing any ego into it, everybody just wanting to have fun, make a movie. And so, what I learned is the importance of when you put together a team, it's like throwing the perfect dinner party. And it's not just about the menu, but it's about the perfect guest list. You want to have the right people sitting around your table. And that, to me, is going to make for a better dinner party than if you spend all your focus on the menu itself and you just invite whoever to the table. Sure.
Yeah, good way of putting it. Well, good. This is exciting times, man. It's good to hear, what you've got going on with this. People are very impressed at the build-up, very impressed how you put it together. A great team you make with Michael, and your whole crew did a good job. And your lead actress, I'm missing her name right now. She did fantastic as well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Is there anything you want to add before we go?
Oh, I just wanted to thank the audience, of course, the judges there in Portland. I'm so sorry I couldn't have made it this time, but I will absolutely be back, hopefully in the near future. And thank you for having me. Thank you for enjoying Goodnight.
No worries. Well, good luck on everything. Have a good one.